Aaron Whitlow.
Brandon Spivey.
We are the
Markout Movie Podcasters.
Brandon has back problems, so he's sitting back like Don Corleone or something. And I'm sitting up because I don't have back problems right now. But I do have them, but not at this immediate time.
Understand.
All right. Today's episode, we're going to be talking about Thor, Darkworld. But before we get there, we're going to just discuss a couple quick little brief things because we ain't going to spend a lot of time. First, we're going to talk about the bad guy. Razor Ramon, a.k.a. Scott Hall, passed away earlier this week. It's going to get Brandon's thoughts on his death, his contribution to professional wrestling. Brandon, have you ever seen him live?
No, he wasn't in TNA when I went to that show in Nashville or in Orlando. No, I've never seen him live because he was in the WWE when I went to their shows. So no, just on pay-per-view or old streaming, old shows that streamed on the network.
I want to say I seen him at Diddle because it was in the same era that Taker was there, Scott Hall, Kevin Nash.
I can tell you what year was
it? Shawn Michaels. It was a house show where Shawn Michaels teamed with Bret Hart. Is a triple three-way match. Is Shawn, Bret, and I want to say Diesel, or Kevin Nash versus.
He would have definitely been there then.
I want to say it was Owen, Yoko, and Mabel, or something like that.
Definitely, he would have been there.
Yeah, so
Mabel was there. I mean, Diesel.
But that was a pretty stacked house show if you think about it. Like the fact that not now in WWE, it's rare that you're gonna see like the top guys like that all in a local house show somewhere.
Yeah.
Back then they rode differently. So, but yeah, it was. I believe I saw him there. But I always have been a fan of Scott Hall, aka Razor Ramon, when he first got on the scene in WWF back in the day. I loved his the way he talked. It drew me in. His little vignettes where he's like, hey man, I ain't got time to play around with this little girl. I got bigger fish to fry. Stuff like that. Just like the way that he carried himself was so cool. I used to do this when
Yeah, I did too. I didn't like him when he first came on though. I think his first feud may have been big feud was with Bret in '93. I want to say I know he teamed with Flair for Survivor Series. I really don't remember that feud though. So his first big one was with Bret. I actually went for Bret in that one, surprisingly.
Of course.
I hated Bret though, but
then you hated Bret.
I didn't like. I still don't like Bret.
You're not a mark for Bret.
No, but I respect him, and I'm not gonna try to get off of Bret. Scott. The things I really remember about him though, the most. The ladder match, obviously, was Shawn Michaels. The 1, 2, 3 Kid feud. Yeah. And putting over the Kid.
Putting him over, yeah.
That Raw.
I remember that episode, actually.
And his feud with Goldust, actually. I remember that quite heavily. How Goldust would kiss him. I think it was the first time Goldust kissed another man.
I do remember that feud. Yeah, I remember all these feuds, actually.
I think. I may be getting him and Ahmed confused.
No, he kissed Ahmed, and I remember
he got all his paint.
The paint on him, yeah.
I was thinking he kissed.
He tried to like crush him.
I know that.
Crush on Razor, and they did that back behind the stage.
Yeah.
They brawling, and I thought like I treated that as if see back then I was still Mark in the sense of thinking it was real. I was like, sweet, I show people, see, this is real. See him bang his head against that door, stuff like that. But yeah,
as far as when he went to WCW goes, obviously him popping up in WCW was huge. You still thought he was with the WWF.
Mm-hmm.
So those first few promos he cut then were amazing, stand out still to this day. It's probably my top 5 moments in wrestling history.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think they dropped the ball with him. He should have been a world champion there. He should have been a world champion in WWE. I mean, he should have been a world champion. obviously, but I think his legacy will stand for its own. I think he will always be remembered
as the bad guy.
Yeah, as the bad guy, but also really igniting the Monday Night Wars.
Yeah, and his son wrestles. But R.I.P. Razor Ramon, the bad guy man. But Razor was an awesome wrestler. I seen this thing where he took time to see some kids with AIDS, and was really like gave one of them his championship belt. I think it was the Intercontinental title. He was when I think about Intercontinental champion, I was thinking about Razor.
No
Because he was awesome. But yeah, prayers and thoughts, prayers to his family, friends, and those that literally knew him better. But thank you, bad guy. We appreciate you.
No doubt.
We're gonna real quick jump into what we watched briefly because we don't want to run out of battery again this week. So me quickly, what I watched: Tyler Perry's Medea's Homecoming. I saw that.
How did you like the other guy?
What other guy?
I can't remember his name. Miss something.
The British person?
Yeah.
I
just saw.
Is that a dude?
Yeah.
I thought it was a lady.
He's got his own show and everything.
I see that I see what they're gonna do, but yeah, I didn't like that person. The movie felt a little flat. There's some moments that was funny, but for the most part,
a positive review.
I gave it a positive review, but it felt flat. Like some points, it was just like, but there were some points that actually had me laughing, But that's all I could say. It just was there. Did I see anything else recently? Not worth noting, I guess. Dog. I seen Dog. I enjoyed it. You saw Dog.
I saw Dog. Yeah. Is that a segue?
Yeah. Go for it.
Okay, Dog. I saw that this past Wednesday with my son. We both greatly enjoyed it. I thought it was really good heartwarming story. Different dog film though.
Yeah, it's
the Evil Dead trilogy. Wait now. Which Evil Dead trilogy? Are you counting Army of Darkness as part of the trilogy, or are you counting the new Evil Dead as part of that trilogy?
It's no longer a trilogy then, what you're saying.
Yeah, it's not really. Yeah. But back to Dog, I thought it was a heartwarming story. It was more adult themed than I thought it would be.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought it was a great story, a great bonding story of a human and an animal. 2 thumbs up for Channing. I thought he was
Channing, yeah. And the dog actor was really good as well. I enjoyed the movie. I'm trying to think of what else. I feel like I saw something else. Turning Red. I saw it. I really enjoyed that. It was on Disney Plus. It's not for like young kids, I would say. It would go over their head, but I think older kids would appreciate it, especially like girls, middle school girls, just going through things and changes in life. I think they get a kick out of it. It was like as an adult watching it, there's gags in there for us, and I was like, that's funny, But yeah, I thought it was cute. I thought it was a cute movie, so I enjoyed it.
All right, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I haven't seen it. I started Reacher. That's been amazing. I'm not gonna go into details. I haven't finished it, but it's been amazing.
Fighting words.
Dog was okay, very predictable.
Fuzz Aldrin says this.
I mean, everyone's got their own opinion.
To each other. What were you saying?
I was just saying, Reacher. I thought that it's been amazing so far. I won't go into details. Just haven't finished it, but I just watched X today, and I really didn't know what to expect. Was
it horror?
Yeah, but I didn't watch the trailer going in. I just saw Jenna Ortega from Scream was in it. Martin Henderson was in it. I know him from a couple lower TV shows. He was also in Strangers Pray at Night. It's the father. You don't take your kids to see this one though. It's about people making a porn movie in the 70s. It looks 70s, complete 70s. Looks like Texas Chainsaw Massacre. How it's shot and everything. It reminds me so much of how Toby shot that movie.
Why is it horror? I'm just...
Oh, because well, that'd be kind of spoilers.
Don't spoil it, but it is horror.
Yes.
Okay.
The kills are great. It's from A24.
Okay.
This is my favorite movie from that studio, actually. It won't be yours, but
all right. Yeah. He said turning red was demonic
that's it.
rituals, chanting, and spirit beast.
He's back to being a troll.
Yeah, but I say that for turning red though, I say that stuff could be more cultural, but I don't know the culture, so I can't really comment on it. I just thought the movie was cute.
Yeah.
But
I
also,
comment,
I'm a
I ain't seen
Christian,
it.
but it just it didn't bother me,
But
and I'm not easily wounded.
the fuzz, that would be X.
Good segue. But all right, so let's get into. I'm still watching The Big Bang Theory. You know what? It's not that funny. I mean, there's characters in there that's funny. Sheldon's funny. Amy Farrah Fowler's pretty funny. You know, at times, but most of the time, it has a laugh track, but I'm not laughing. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching it like okay, but then there's some things that like I laugh because I think it's funny, but I'm sticking with it because I want to finish it.
Oh, speaking of not Big Bang Theory, but continuing with X, it's supposedly getting a prequel.
Okay.
There's an end credit scene that's showing it, but I thought it was like a joke. But I went on Letterboxd. Underneath X, it's got Pearl. So apparently it is actually getting a prequel.
Okay.
So that'd be interesting.
It's good segue to Thor Darkworld conversation. Not segue to it. But it's something getting a sequel that didn't need one. This was a prequel. This was a sequel.
I know this was.
A sequel that
Let's talk about it.
All right. So Thor Darkworld. Thor. I'm going to just go off. This is what I think the movie's about. Based on what I watch. Not based on what IMDb tells me. It's about Thor and what's the name of that place? Asgard, yeah. Asgard is now under attack by dark elves. These people that want to usher in a dark world. The scientist lady gets swept into Asgard. Yeah, and she gets the ether, not the ill sound that by Nas, but another ether. Yeah, Thor's there, but we get Loki, and then we don't get Loki again, and yeah, and then we just wait to the sequel because
Loki's in it maybe 30% of the movie, maybe. Yeah. I mean, he's there.
You have scores because that's all I have for the
I got scores. It's actually pretty good. Surprisingly,
I'm so surprised. Yeah.
Well, except it loads.
Let's see what old fuzz Ted. Anybody watching Deepwater?
That the Ben Affleck movie? If it is, that'd be a no for me because I don't have Hulu.
If it's,
I'm pretty sure
if it's on Hulu, I may watch it, or may not. I want to see Adam Project. That's the one I really want to see this weekend.
Here's the scores. It got a 6.8 out of 10 on IMDb, 66% liking on Rotten Tomatoes with a 75 audience score, 4.3 out of 5 on Vudu, and 85% liking on Google. That would be your scores.
Ooh, well, we have 41 minutes left for this battery, so we can knock this out. All right, where to start? All right, Brandon.
Well, I guess you can start with Loki's locked up in prison, or he's getting sentenced.
Yeah.
And he gets into a little argument with his father, and and he's not getting killed because of the mother. And he's like, "You're not my father. I should be a king. It's my birthright, and all that stuff." And it's like, it's here's my problem.
Tom's doing his thing though.
Here's my problem with Anthony Hopkins in his movie. He don't do nothing.
Yeah.
In these movies.
Yeah, he doesn't do anything. He's like literally just in there just for name recognition.
Yeah. I hate that.
But yeah, and so Loki gets locked up, but then he says, "What about Thor?" He's like, "Well, Thor is off. Clean up your mess," essentially.
Yeah.
And they show Thor and his posse, his band of married men and women, going around killing these, I don't know, whatever, insurgents. I don't know, like.
I don't know what they were.
But then there's a rock monster.
There's a rock monster. So that was cool.
Yeah, but it was cool when he killed the rock monster. You know, and then everybody just dropped their weapons because they're like, yeah, I'm good.
Should have done it at the beginning, someone says. That's how we should have started.
What was I watching? What was that we was watching where somebody was like, I was watching something where somebody was like killing everybody, and then this one dude was like, hey. No, it was Iron Man. Because he's like, man, I don't even like this job. And he leaves. See, that was a better movie than this. But,
of course.
That's Iron Man 3. That's Iron Man. No, that's Iron Man 3.
What's
no, 4.
There isn't a 4.
3. 2. 3. It's 3. It's 3. It's 3. But anyway, so this movie, Thor essentially is going to be eventually the king of Asgard. But, the dark elves are still there, so they were a ancient race of people who, or not people, but creatures who wanted to usher in a dark world. Why wouldn't anybody want anything like that? But anyway, they wanted to usher that in, and I guess Odin semi-destroyed them. Not all of them, though, right?
Yeah,
clearly he miscalculated.
Yeah. He miscalculated
because he had only one eye. It's easy to do. Actually, he says that his dad killed. Didn't he say that his grandfather, his father destroyed them? And then
to be fair, I wasn't interested in this movie until Loki gets freed. So
let's talk about that.
So when they are attacking Asgard, it's cool, I guess.
Well, leading up to that, you got to talk about the scientist lady, Natalie Portman, Jane, who gets the ether. Some weird way she gets sucked into a portal and she touches something because why not, right? Why touch something you don't know what it is?
I know you like her. I don't.
As a person?
No, I mean as an actress. I don't.
She's not bad. I don't like her. I like her in some things.
I do not like her in the Thor movies. And I'm scared to death about Thor Love and Thunder. Because she is like the lead. She comes Thor. And I'm worried about it. If she's like leading this movie. Yeah. Or even the second lead, I'm just worried about it. I'm not sure how much Hemsworth's going to play in it, which worries me even more.
We're going to talk about that too. So she gets the ether. The Dark Elves sends a Trojan horse essentially into the prison to cause a disturbance so that they can come in. And I think Idris did more in this one than he did in the previous two films.
What do you mean the previous film?
Previous film. This is second film. This is the second film.
Yeah, this is not Ragnarok.
Idris did more in this film than he did in the last film.
Yeah, he just stood there in the last one.
Yeah, he at least got to run and take down the ship. Yeah, that's my wife's clock. But never mind that, Bird. Portman is 5 feet tall and 105 pounds. So you're saying that she's not legit? She can't realistically be Thor? Is that what that comment means? But yeah. So, what do you think, man? I think that now he's in jail and he's talking to a hologram of his mom. Loki is, and she's like, "If he's not your father, then what does that make me? And not your mother?" And he's like, "Yeah, you're not my mother." But then like she leaves and he's but he's still looking at the books that she gave him.
Yeah.
But then
he still looks at her as his mom.
Yeah, but then his one error is he gave the dude, the dark elf guy, the where to go to. But he wasn't. I don't think he meant to purposely lead him to his mom.
No.
I think was it the intent to lead him to Odin?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, he hates Odin for what he should be king. In his mind, he should be king. Mm-hmm. King somewhere. And but so that's all he's so bitter towards that. But with her, he's loving. He really is. He really cares for her, and I believe he really cares for Thor. Deep down, they still have that strong bond, especially with Thor. Even despite everything he says, he loves.
That's his brother. Yeah.
Yeah. So
and
yeah,
Loki, and you know, you're saying Thor loves Loki. Yeah.
yeah. I believe Loki loves Thor too.
Yeah.
I really do. I think it's just Odin he despises. But
yeah,
I think he's jealous of Thor because he's going to become king.
Yeah.
But that's it. I don't, But yeah, I don't think he meant to harm his mother.
Yeah.
I really don't. I don't. I think when he says go left, he's suspecting him to go find Odin.
Mm-hmm.
I do believe that. I don't believe he
intended for his mom to be there. Actually, I thought Odin wanted Odin told her to go to the chambers and wait. But he should have sent guards around her.
Yeah.
But she's a warrior. She fought, man. She fought really well. And is that Renee Russo? Oh, we went away for a minute. I thought about her in Lethal Weapon 4. But anyway, moving on. So she gets killed, and when we get back to Loki, because he's the most interesting thing in this movie. When we get back to Loki,
he very much is.
He's standing and he's talking smug with Thor, but then Thor's like, "No more tricks, brother," And then like he shreds the shroud, the trick, and you see him shoveled, dirty, everything broken around him because he has really taken it hard. The fact that he caused his mom's death. He could have caused his father's death and not be as beat up, but the fact that he caused his mother's death, the one that truly loved him and didn't want to see him dead or anything, that spared him,
Yeah.
And it just, man, I felt, honestly, that scene, I felt really bad for Loki. I really did.
I mean, you can't help but like him. I mean, truly, I mean, that's just the truth about it. He's the most interesting character in these Thor movies. And I don't know if it's written that way or if it's just Tom.
Just Tom. It could be just Tom. He's just, the more I see the guy, the more I come to believe that he's just an excellent actor. Like,
oh yeah,
I've seen him in Crimson Peak. Is that what it is? And he's so good in that movie. He's actually the most interesting thing in that movie too. Honestly, like the girl's okay, but he's really. It's just.
I enjoyed it when I watched it. I also like him in Kong Skull Island.
Yeah.
They didn't have very many interesting characters, I think, outside of him, John C. Reilly, and Sam. The rest were just, Goodman. Okay, they had some good interesting characters, but Kong really knocks it out apart. But I enjoyed him, though. And he played Hank Williams. I haven't seen it, but I want to see that movie.
I seen that he was in a movie with Owen Wilson.
Did a movie with Owen Wilson?
Owen, yeah. Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
I was trying to think, not Luke, but Owen, yeah. It was Owen, but back in the day, like when they was both fairly young. And it's crazy because years later they're in Loki together. And I'm like, oh man, and they have great chemistry in that show.
I don't think I've seen him in anything prior to Loki.
Yeah.
That'd be something to look into.
Yeah. But so Thor essentially goes to him because Odin says no one can go. No, you cannot take Kate. Is her name Kate?
Yeah.
Jane.
Jane.
And you can't
Kate's
take Jane.
I think her name's. I don't know what her name is.
Natalie Portman. You can't take Natalie.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. I thought you were talking about his other.
No, you can't take
his female counterpart.
Yeah, no, I don't know. But anyway, you can't take her out of Asgard. She needs to stay here. Thor's thinking, well, we're gonna go bait, the Dark Elf, and he needs a way to escape. So him and his married men and women plus Idris Elba decide to commit treason, and so they replaced one of his married men with a different actor. It's the dude that is like the fencer. like Prince Charles or Prince, the princely looking dude.
Yeah,
He's a different guy in this one than he is in the other one. He kind of looks like the same dude that played. It's not him, I bet. But he looks like the dude that plays Shazam. He looks like that actor, but I don't think it's him.
Oh, Chuck.
Yeah, that dude that played Chuck. Yeah, but it's not him, is it?
No.
Okay,
he's not in.
But he kind of looks like him, though, doesn't he?
A little bit, yeah.
But anyway,
Zachary Levi.
Yes, yeah, that guy. I was trying to think of his name, but I couldn't think of it. I was gonna call him, but I was thinking about Lee Shriver, so that's not the same person. It's Cotton Weary. Anyway, but he's gonna always be Cotton Weary, no matter where he's in. But
it's Ray Donovan too. Just
I've never seen that show.
Me either, but I know he's Ray Donovan.
But anyway, so what do we get in this movie?
You think that Loki turns on Thor again because it's all building up. He's gonna turn on you.
Mm-hmm.
So you think he actually does? He said, "I wish I could trust you."
And he cuts his hand off.
Yeah, it's like, well, here we go again.
But that's really because when you watch it, when I watched it, I thought for a second, I forgot this movie. I was like, does Thor lose a hand? Like I just was thinking, I'm like, did he lose a hand that I just forgot about? And but no, it was all a ruse.
Which is very smart.
Yeah.
And very trusting to trust Loki to show that you're turning on me, but not to turn on me.
Yeah. But then Loki always has another card up his sleeve.
Yeah. Always.
So he fakes he takes one for the team. He takes out the one guy, but with a fatal stab wound, and he dies. But in the hands of Thor, which comes back hilariously in Ragnarok when he's having the little stage play with Matt Damon.
Yeah.
Playing Loki. I think Matt Damon's playing Loki.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. It's pretty funny. Oh man, it just makes me more and more want to see Ragnarok than this movie, but because it's such a better movie than this crap. But anyway,
you called it crap.
I did call it crap. Yeah, I mean, I can't tell you where my grade is going to be with this one, but yeah.
But did you get the feeling when they were flying though? Didn't it kind of remind you of Star Wars?
Yeah, a little bit.
So I like that. I mean, there's some things
that you liked about it.
There is things I liked.
Anything else you want to mention about it?
We'll mention more things.
What happened at the end? We have 25 minutes left.
I just want to say, when it comes to Chris Hemsworth playing Thor, that I feel like he needs help.
Yeah, we said we was going to talk about that. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's just
he can't do it on his own.
Now, he had Loki for the first one.
Mm-hmm.
This one he has Loki too, but
it's after Loki he doesn't have. It's
just uninteresting.
It's forgettable.
It's bland. I would say. And in Ragnarok, he has Loki, plus he has Hulk. Some B+ characters that get you to laugh.
Then in Avengers, one of them he has the Guardians, so he played well off the Guardians.
And they're going to be in the new one. So
he's going to play well off the Guardians.
Yeah, and plus, I don't know who else is in it, but I know Tom's not returning as Loki. Which I have no idea what's going on in the TV show, so I don't know if there's a reason that is, or
can't wait for you to watch it.
I don't know where they're at with that.
Can't wait for you to watch it.
But I just feel like he needs help, and it worries me for the Hulk Hogan biopic he's going to be doing.
Ooh.
Because I don't know if he can carry his own movie, and I'm really worried about that.
Yeah. Yeah, even in the movie that I liked him in a couple of years ago, Extraction or whatever. What was it?
Yeah, it was Extraction.
He
did a good job. He did a great job in it.
But he, again, played off well with a kid. It wasn't just him by himself.
No.
He had help. And that kid actor did good, but he did really good. But maybe I thought he did really as well because he was playing off his kid. He has not really chosen really great roles, though. Like Ghostbusters, the reboot thing was a bad idea, bad choice for him. I think he did okay with Cabin in the Woods. That was before he was even really famous. It was made before he was really famous. And
he did it around the time he did Red Dawn.
Remake. Oh yeah, I forget about Red Dawn. And that was a flop, but I didn't hate the movie. I didn't hate that movie. Red Dawn.
Yeah, it was all before he got Thor. Cabin came after Thor, but that's because they couldn't find someone.
Well, now, but then it's
Fun
one of those
movie.
things. Whenever they realize he's now a big star, so let's release it because
Which is
market off of the fact that you get this big star in it. It's what they did with Renee Zellweger with Texas Chainsaw Massacre Next Generation or Generation, whatever it's called. Is that what did I call it right?
no. I just wouldn't compare the two.
No, no, no. No, it's not in the quality of the film, but I'm saying, but in the studio's ways of releasing stuff. So they waited till Matthew McConaughey and Renee Zellweger was known because when I seen that movie, I immediately thought when I seen it back in the day, oh, Renee Zellweger and Matthew McConaughey, I like those people. It's
I don't
watch
think
it.
I knew him when I first saw the movie.
Oh.
But I know I didn't know Matthew.
Because she already did Jerry Maguire at that point.
I hadn't seen it then yet.
You ain't seen Jerry Maguire at that point?
Nah.
No.
I wasn't big on Tom.
I'm surprised.
I really wasn't. I really wasn't big on Tom Cruise back then.
We're gonna wrap it up. All right.
So basically, at the end of the movie, Thor and his people save the day.
Yeah. And set up.
And he's saying he won't be king to his father Odin at the end.
Yeah.
But there's a twist there. It's not really Odin.
It's actually Loki, and Loki has now take the throne as Odin, which we don't know at this point where Odin is.
Yeah.
And that's the end of the movie. Yeah. Mark.
There was an end credit scene, but I really don't remember it.
Was it?
Yeah, there was, but I don't remember it.
Yeah, I don't remember either. See, it's forgettable.
And I watched it last night.
Yeah. All right. All right. Oh, we're live. Okay. All right. So we are live again. All right. What happened was the laptop ran out of juice, unfortunately. Again. So we was ready to end it anyway. So given our marks, I give it 2 marks out of 5. Markouts out of 5. I think that it was just not good enough to remember, and after this one, I probably won't ever watch it again. Brandon?
Oh, you will. You know you will. You'll watch it again. For me, I'm gonna give it a 2.5. Can't quite get it fresh, but there were things I did like about it, like Loki. uh, the plane scenes, it reminded me of Star Wars. I don't know what's going on here, but I can't see nothing. But it reminded me of Star Wars, and that's
Now we're back. Go ahead.
we're back now. Are we back? I was talking, and apparently we weren't even on. I'm giving it 2. What happened? What happened? I give it 2.5 out of 5. I'm not gonna go back into it. Why I give it 2.5?
He says it reminds him of Star Wars.
The plane sequence.
He says that Thor Darkworld reminds him of Star Wars.
That's not what I said.
I'm just funny.
Because I would not give. Well, there was part 2, episode 2. Would probably get like a 2 for me. But all the others, I think.
Of episode 2 of Star Wars?
Yeah, episode 2.
Episode 2 is better than episode 1. Episode 3 is better than all 3. Yeah.
I like episode 1 better. I like Jar Jar. What can I say?
Oh, okay. Next week we're gonna be talking about. See, my light's done, so I don't know. Next week we're gonna be talking. I'm trying to see if we can.
Talking Captain America.
Captain America, Winter Soldier.
Hopefully his
laptop
stays alive.
Yeah. We'll see. In the meantime, Aaron Whitlow.
Brandon Spot.
And we are the Markout Movie Podcasters. Thank you for marking out with us.